Have you ever looked at someone and just known something was wrong, even though they smiled and said, "I'm fine"? Or maybe you could tell your friend was excited about something before they even opened their mouth. That's not magic, that's psychology. Your brain is constantly scanning tiny cues, facial expressions, tone, posture, and translating them into meaning. You've been reading people your whole life, even without realizing it. In this video, we'll explore how to read someone's emotions and intentions without a single word being spoken, so you can understand people on a deeper level and build stronger, more authentic connections. Let's start with something called micro-expressions, those split-second flashes of emotion that cross someone's face before they have time to hide it. You've probably seen this. Someone says, "I'm not mad," but right before that, you notice a quick frown or a tightening of the jaw. That tiny flicker is the truth, frustration leaking through before logic covers it up. Psychologist Paul Ekman discovered that these micro-expressions reveal real emotion, even when someone tries to appear calm. So the next time a coworker says, "It's fine," but their lips tighten or their eyebrows pull together, pay attention. You don't have to confront them. Just notice. That awareness alone helps you respond with empathy instead of defensiveness. Now let's talk about body orientation. Where the body points, the mind often follows. Imagine you're talking to someone who keeps turning slightly toward the door or checking their phone. Even if they smile, you'll feel their disconnection. That's because the body naturally faces what it values most in that moment. But when someone's torso and feet stay pointed toward you, it's a sign they're present and emotionally engaged. You can use this too. When you're listening, turn your body fully toward the person, keep your arms open, maintain soft eye contact. That simple shift says, "You have my full attention," louder than any words ever could. Here's something fascinating. When two people really connect, they start to mirror each other's body language without realizing it. Think of a time you were talking to a close friend or someone you liked. You leaned in, and a few seconds later, they leaned in too. You smiled, they smiled. You crossed your legs, they did the same. That's not coincidence. It's your brain's syncing emotionally. This phenomenon is called mirroring, and it's one of the most powerful signs of rapport. If you ever want to make someone feel comfortable, subtly mirror their movements after a few seconds. Don't copy, just reflect. It tells their subconscious, "You're safe here. I get you." Now let's move to tone and rhythm, because words can lie, but tone rarely does. Your partner might say, "I'm not angry," but their voice is clipped, sharper, faster than usual. That's not calm, that's restrained anger. Or your friend says, "I'm happy for you," but their tone drops flat and they avoid eye contact. That's quiet disappointment, not joy. Psychologists call this paralinguistics, the emotional signals in how we speak. So when words and tone don't match, always believe the tone. It's the emotional truth behind the mask. Sometimes the most revealing communication isn't speech, it's silence. Think about that friend who goes quiet in a group. They're smiling, but their laughter sounds forced. That silence often says, "I feel invisible," or "I don't feel safe enough to speak." Or maybe someone avoids your eyes when you ask a direct question. That doesn't always mean guilt. It could mean fear of conflict or that they're overwhelmed. Even the smallest gestures tell stories. Someone touching their neck or rubbing their arm is usually self-soothing, a way of saying, "I'm anxious." Tapping fingers might mean impatience. Playing with jewelry or hair can signal insecurity or a need for comfort. When you notice these things, you stop taking people's behavior personally and start understanding what's really going on beneath it. Now here's something most people get wrong. They see one sign and assume they know the truth. But human behavior doesn't work like that. Crossed arms don't always mean defensiveness. Sometimes it just means they're cold. Avoiding eye contact doesn't always mean lying. Sometimes it's cultural politeness. So, instead of jumping to conclusions, look for patterns. For example, if someone's body turns away, their tone gets shorter, and their smile fades, that's withdrawal. But if they stay relaxed, maintain open posture, and mirror you, that's trusting comfort. Reading people accurately is about connection, not perfection. When you're calm, present, and curious, your brain naturally picks up on subtle cues. You don't need a psychology degree to understand people. You just need to care enough to notice. Because at the end of the day, most people aren't asking to be analyzed. They just want to be seen. Reading people isn't about decoding every move. It's about empathy. When you're present, you naturally pick up on emotions. So stop trying to read minds. Start listening to hearts. Because sometimes what people need most isn't for you to understand what they say, but to finally feel seen without words. If this spoke to you, don't just scroll past. Take a second to like, comment, and subscribe. I share simple psychology stories that help you understand people and yourself a little better every day.